Hello, I'm Muriel. Welcome back to my board. And I have saved this little spot here so that we can continue our conversation on network coding. And we're going to combine this now with the conversations that we've been having about Flexnodes. What are Flexnodes? What do they do? So just to recap, we had a point-to-point connection here in black. We showed how to do point-to-point connections to do a multicast from the sender to these three different receivers. So those were in red, and we saw that you were duplicating. It was wasteful. Over here, you had a lot of waste of bandwidth. You were sending the same thing 3 times. Then we saw about trees, standard trees, which were here in green as befits a tree. And then we saw about instead having coding. These are these dashed black lines where any connection that exists can be used to transmit equations. Okay, so what does this have to do with Flexnodes? What are Flexnodes? Well, what Flexnodes are nodes that are transmitting equations. So let's zoom in here on this node over here, this third receiver. Remember, this could be like a validator that's actually trying to get blocks from the proposer, the sender over here. What is this node doing? It is trying to reconstruct blocks so that it can go ahead and validate, can do attestations, for example. What it's going to do is it's going to be connecting to these 3 nodes, which one of them happens to also be a validator, and these 2 intermediate nodes that are not actually interested in validating themselves. However, these nodes may all be Flexnodes. And what we mean by that is that they are all going to be sending equations. So this receiver over here may be getting equations from here, from here, from here. And how does it decide which nodes it talks to? Well, first of all, the great thing is that it doesn't need to decide which equations to get. It just goes ahead and gets equations. And how it decides which nodes to talk to depends on whether it's worth for this node here, which is now, I'm going to call it F for flex. So this is F1, F2, and this receiver is going to be F3, whether it's worth it for this flex node to talk to this receiver. So basically what we're creating is a marketplace where this validator / receiver is paying, eventually in mom token, this flex node to send equations. It's also paying this flex node to send equations, paying this flex node to send equations. And as long as it's worthwhile for this flex node to go ahead and send equations to this receiver, or for this flex node to do it, everybody is happy. So it's like a real marketplace. As long as a flex node has the equations to send, and as long as it has a demand to satisfy from somebody, then everybody's happy and the exchange rewards. This node here is happy. It got very fast service. This node here is happy. It got rewards from the node that got very fast service.